stop you from reaching your goal. The most difficult part. You may have to sacrifice going out on Friday, Saturday night. You have to sacrifice drinking. You may have to sacrifice spending time with friends. You might have to sacrifice watching the football games on Saturday and Sunday. You might have to sacrifice traveling. You might have to sacrifice quite a bit of things. Quite a bit. You might have to sacrifice a lot of things, is what I'm trying to say. Family. You may have to sacrifice them. Your spouse. You may have to sacrifice them. Time with family. You may have to sacrifice that. All with the thought that when you sacrifice in the short term, it'll pay off in the long term. If you sacrifice in the short term, it'll pay off in the long term. And during this sacrifice, you learn a lot about the people surrounding you. Your circle is what they call it now. Don't want any squares in my circle. You know, you will find out a lot about the character of the people that you surround yourself with when you start sacrificing things on your way to success or your dream or your goal. See, I tell people, somebody asks me, how can I sacrifice my spouse? Well, if your spouse truly cared about you, the way that you care about her, or the way that you think that he or she cares about you, they would want you to not progress and move forward and sacrifice. Whether that's time with them and going out with them, that they wouldn't mind it because they see and understand the ultimate goal. People who care about you will see and understand your sacrifice. And in a lot of instances, they'll start to begin to sacrifice with you. So that way they don't stop you or slow you down from reaching your goal. So I say, when you start your sacrifice, you may start with 10 people. And as you go down this road and you tackle these obstacles and you conquer these failures that are going to come to you, and you recalibrate yourself because of that, and you get up and you keep fighting and you keep trudging and you keep going and you keep going and you keep running until you get there. There's no need to turn back to look at what you've left behind. The time to turn back is once you reach your goal. Once you sacrificed any and everything to reach it, you will turn around. And that circle that started out like this, maybe like this, maybe like this. In some instances, it may stay like that. Because while you're chasing your goal and you're sacrificing, what you're doing is you're leading and you're teaching those behind you the same work ethic and habits that you're picking up and that you already possess. You're teaching them the same drive. You're giving them motivation. You're inspiring them so they'll continue following you. And while they follow you, they'll pick up on their own successes. They'll get on their own journeys. They'll start walking their own paths. And when you get to your finish line, your actual finish line, and you attain what you've been working so hard to attain, they will then be there when you turn around, smiling at you, clapping with you, probably crying with you, hugging you, holding you, proud of you, inspired by you, moved by you. And in essence, while you sacrificed them and they followed, they became an integral part of your journey. And now they see what your vision was when they couldn't before. Now they understand what your goal really meant, not just for yourself, but to them. Some instances you'll be hurt because you'll turn around to look for people. And again, your circle will be like this. There won't be anybody there. That means that they weren't meant to be there. What that tells you is that they didn't care about you enough as a person. They didn't care about your success enough to see you through it, to push you through it when you fail sometimes, to pick you up sometimes when you thought, I can't do this. To tell you to keep going. See, they're not there anymore. They stopped being there because they never truly cared about your success. And that is the hardest pill to swallow. The hardest pill to swallow. To get to your goal and turn around and see people missing that used to be there is the hardest part of it all. But in so doing that, when they walk away from you, when they turn their backs on you, again, they teach you a lot about your circle. And sometimes you'll find out you never had a circle at all. Faith, direction, and sacrifice. Have faith in yourself and in your goal, an unwavering faith, an undeniable faith and belief in yourself, an undeniable belief in your goal, an undeniable belief in your vision. And then choose a direction and a path to get there. And don't be distracted by anything once you get on that path. And as you travel that path, understand you can only do it alone. My grandma told me one time, a bad time in my life, she said, you're about to go through hell on earth. And I hope you can make it through it. Because, baby boy, I can't walk it with you. I can't hold you while you go through this. Your mom can't walk it with you. Your brothers can't walk it with you. They can't even be there to pick you up if you fall in this hell. In this hell that you're about to live, only you can get yourself through it. One of the most powerful things my grandmother has ever said to me. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. When you're sacrificing things sometimes, it will feel as if you're going through hell. Because while you're sacrificing and you're losing everything that you held so dear to you, that you love so much, you're going to see it go to the wayside. You're going to see it fall behind. And it's going to pain you to see this. It's going to become your hell. You're going to be doing this all alone because nobody can walk your path to success besides you. Nobody can. Only you. So trust me, the sacrifice is the hardest part. And then what's even harder than that in the end, you'll find, wasn't the faith, wasn't the direction, it wasn't the sacrifice. Those things to you will then become habit. We're creatures of habit, so they'll become habit to you. And everything else that you do in life, you will start to be successful in areas you never thought possible because these things will become habit. They will become innate in you. They will become part of you. The hardest part will be maintaining that success. The hardest part will be handling yourself after you've reached the success, after you've acquired success. That'll be the hardest part. And nobody ever tells you that. Nobody tells you how to react or respond to success. A lot of us just want it. A lot of us fight so hard to get it. And then when we get it, we don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to maintain it without anyone there pushing us. We have to learn how to push ourselves, motivate ourselves. Once you've achieved something, once you've achieved greatness in something and you've conquered that, you then have to go to the next thing because you want to achieve more greatness. You want more success. You want to conquer more goals. You always want to be moving forward and progressing, building a legacy, a foundation, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your children, for your children's children. That's what we do it for. So, hey, let's get to that today. Faith, direction, sacrifice. Pick your goal, have faith in it, have faith in yourself, pick the direction, plan the direction, follow that direction, walk the path, and sacrifice any and everything, any and everyone that can slow you down, that can stop you from reaching your goal. Because in the end, you're not really sacrificing them. If they care about you enough, you're only helping them. Your sacrifice